Welcome back, tech enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the key differences between the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 12 series. These phones might seem similar at first glance, but trust me, there are some noteworthy distinctions that might sway your decision. We'll be taking a deep dive into the design, the display, performance, cameras, and even battery life. We'll break down the tech specs, but more importantly, we're going to talk about what those specs mean in the real world. So whether you're trying to decide between these two iPhones, or you're just curious about the upgrades Apple made, stick around, and let's find out if the iPhone 12 is worth the upgrade from the iPhone 11. Alright, let's kick things off with the design. The iPhone 12 series brought a pretty significant redesign. Remember the curved edges of the iPhone 11? Well, Apple went for a more industrial look with the iPhone 12, bringing back those flat edges that we saw on older iPhones. Personally, I'm a fan. It feels a bit more modern and definitely more grippy in the hand. And speaking of feeling good in the hand, the iPhone 12 is also noticeably lighter and slightly thinner than the iPhone 11. It's not a huge difference, but you can definitely feel it. Plus, the iPhone 12 series brought back MagSafe, which uses magnets on the back of the phone for wireless charging and accessories. Overall, the design changes might seem subtle at first, but they do add up to a more refined, premium feel for the iPhone 12. Now let's talk about the display, because this is one area where the iPhone 12 takes a big leap forward. The iPhone 11 has a good LCD, don't get me wrong, but the iPhone 12 steps it up with an OLED display. And that means deeper blacks, more vibrant colors, and better contrast overall. We're talking about a noticeable difference, especially if you're watching HDR content. The blacks are truly black, and the colors just pop off the screen. It's a much more immersive viewing experience. Plus, the iPhone 12's display is also brighter than the iPhone 11's, which makes a difference when you're using your phone outdoors or in direct sunlight. Chapter 3. Performance: the A14 Bionic chip advantage. Under the hood, the iPhone 11 packs Apple's A13 Bionic chip, which is no slouch. But the iPhone 12 steps things up with the A14 Bionic chip. Now, benchmarks aside, in everyday use, you're going to notice that the iPhone 12 feels faster and more responsive, especially when you're multitasking or running demanding apps and games. It's not a night and day difference, but you can feel that extra bit of horsepower when you're scrolling through websites, switching between apps, or editing photos and videos. Plus, the A14 is more power efficient, which plays a role in the battery life, but we'll get to that later. Bottom line, both phones are going to feel plenty fast for most people, but if you want the absolute best performance, the iPhone 12 is the way to go. Chapter 4. Camera: leveling up your photography. Both the iPhone 11 and iPhone 12 have impressive camera systems, but the iPhone 12 does offer some key advantages. First off, the iPhone 12 has a wider aperture on its main camera, which means it can let in more light, resulting in better low-light photos and videos. And speaking of low light, night mode on the iPhone 12 is also improved, so you can capture even brighter and more detailed shots in challenging lighting conditions. But one of the biggest upgrades is the addition of Dolby Vision HDR video recording on the iPhone 12. This means your videos will have a wider dynamic range, with more detail in the highlights and shadows, and more vibrant colors overall. So, whether you're a casual photographer or a budding filmmaker, the iPhone 12's camera system offers some significant upgrades that might be worth considering. Chapter 5. Battery life: can you go all day? Alright, let's talk battery life. The iPhone 11 was already known for its impressive battery life, and the iPhone 12 manages to hold its own, even with the more demanding OLED display. Apple claims you'll get up to 17 hours of video playback on the iPhone 12, compared to up to 17 hours on the iPhone 11. Of course, real-world battery life always depends on how you use your phone, but in my experience, both phones can easily get you through a full day of moderate use. The A14 Bionic chip in the iPhone 12 does help with efficiency, which offsets some of the extra power consumption from the OLED screen. So while the iPhone 12 might not be a huge leap forward in terms of battery life, it's still impressive considering the upgrades in other areas. That's a wrap on the iPhone 11 versus iPhone 12 comparison. Which one do you prefer? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech reviews. Ultimately, the best iPhone for you depends on your needs and budget. The iPhone 11 is still a fantastic phone, especially if you're looking for a great value. It's got a great camera, solid performance, and impressive battery life. However, if you're looking for the latest and greatest, the iPhone 12 is the clear winner. With its sleek design, stunning OLED display, powerful A14 Bionic chip, and advanced camera system, it's a significant upgrade over the iPhone 11.